What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite wrestling podcast. It is the Monday Night Wave, baby. And we back. We back. After a break that's not a break, that wasn't a break, but it was actually aired in the last episode that it was a break. We are back in the mix, okay? We're here, episode 80. I go by Jay, aka the Lonely One, Podbreaker, Podson Reed, Podwell, Jacob Friedman, because I pod better than you know it. Jacob Pod 2. You know, the pod break kid, we here. But yeah, we got a lot to talk about. So this week, a lot happened in this 1 week. We also have some news to talk about. We have SmackDown. No, we're not talking about SmackDown today. We have Raw to talk about. We have AEW to talk about. Just some graps in here. But before we get into that, I'm going to pass it off to my number two, the one, the only, the Quattro. Take it away.
He is a wild card. He is the king of gorgeous. He is Mr. Sexy Ass Lottery. His name is 4 letters, 1 word. I'm short. I'm bald. I can't get any hoes. I've been fighting all my life. Hero. And I am he, and I am glad to be back. And normally this would be the time where I say something weird and pass it to DT, but DT is not here. And do you know why?
Why?
Because DT is starting a new business. That's right, DT's rental car. You can rent a car from DT if you are in the Pacific Northwest region and over the age of 25 with proof of insurance. He will rent you out a car. I'm looking at 13 cars right now. He has more cars than you can count. Matter of fact, it's my anniversary next week. I'm going to rent me out a nice Mercedes drop top from the man himself. All you got to do is go to iDeepDown at Twitter or Blue Sky. Send them a DM, hashtag rent me a car, hashtag WAV, and you will get $50 off your first rent a car.
He's not lying. True ad there. Go ahead and rent a car from DT. He actually might record the video in the car with an Irish accent. He just might.
What me? Or him?
No,
I can't do it. Okay, cool.
No.
Irish.
There's clips online of this black man with dreads with an Irish accent and just.
Oh no, Scottish. He's Scottish.
Yeah, the Scottish. Yeah.
Yeah, Black DT. Scots. Didn't know they existed. Yeah.
Did not know they existed. I ain't gonna lie. It threw me for a loop too, because I was like, I looked up. It was a black man talking like Drew McIntyre.
Yeah,
I was like,
bro, he sounded exactly like Drew.
My head can't compute this right now. My brain.
And hurts. He had locks. He had and he was a handsome brother. And he was dark. He was darker skinned to me. It's like, what? Why didn't we see this stuff? Like, I gotta travel out the country more, man. I gotta travel.
For sure. We got a couple things to talk about here in the news segment. Let's start off with the big one this week, which was WWE is moving their PLEs to ESPN DTC in 2026. What the details of that is that if you have like cable, you have Comcast, you have YouTube TV, you have Hulu Live TV, you will get the subscriptions. You're not subscription. You get the PLEs for free because you already pay for the subs there. If you do not have those services, you have to pay $30 per month or $200 a year. So, no, no, not happening, bro. That's crazy.
It's what makes it crazier is for the rest, like the subsection of the wrestling fan base that legitimately only watch wrestling. Like, in theory, you watch more than wrestling. You watch basketball. You watch football. Like, so hypothetically, if you wanted to cough up the $30 to watch other sports with it, then you can see it as a bargain maybe. But for someone who only watches wrestling and that's all they watch, sport entertainment wise, like, nah, that's not a great deal. And I don't want to promote VPNs or stealing.
Don't get us banned.
I'm not promoting.
If they fuck up VPNs, I'm going to lose my shit.
Hey, man. Hey,
because
thanks, Trump.
Jesus,
no, but I'm just saying, if someone wanted to do that, if hypothetically in a crazy scenario, I wouldn't blame you. I'm not suggesting it. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying I wouldn't look your direction.
No.
But it's funny because the way that you explain this deal is 1,000 and fucking like 99% better than how ESPN or whoever broke the news because it was the biggest outrage for about like 8 hours
And it was
until
their fault.
yeah, and it, like because they worded it so terribly
So
to
terrible.
where
Yeah.
like it made it seem like everybody had to pay $30.
Right.
And I'm like, I'm not paying $30 to watch a PLE.
No. Hell no.
Nah, man, it's already hard to do the 50 for AEW. So like you're asking someone almost spend $100 a month to watch 2 wrestling shows.
Maybe twice a month because
Maybe
sometimes
even,
they'll do Saudi and they'll do something else in the same month. Like that's
like Evolution and then Money in the Bank or whatever,
Yeah.
shit like that. But like you said, if you already have ESPN, if you already have Comcast, then essentially it's really like on paper, like it's really an accessible thing to where it's like, all right, you can just scroll down to channel, what is it, like 35, 34 or something, and I'm like, oh, after Hard Knocks, then you're gonna see fucking Royal Rumble. So it is pretty accessible. It's a cool idea. They're getting closer and closer to working with Disney, which honestly seemed like their end game for the like damn near. I mean, since I got back, so since 2015, it seems like that was their end game to be on that Disney level. We know Disney and Hulu are about to combine even more. They already combined it, but they're combining even more. So by 2027, 2028, I fully expect to see WWE right next to The Simpsons. We'll see, but
it's quite possible. See, the thing is that like, yes, WWE on ESPN is big because now you're in the league of where you want it to be. They've been trying to move or navigate with the sports world. We've seen Roman on First Take. We've seen Seth. Was it the Rich Eisen show? Like Seth's been. If Seth retired today, he's a football analyst. It's probably what's going to happen. But we don't know how big that spot is, right? We're talking about ESPN, like we just mentioned, First Take, Rich Eisen. Like, you're not knocking anybody off their spot, so we have to make sure that or we're gonna see where exactly they line up. Are they on ESPN3? Or are they going to be ESPNU? Are they ESPN2? Like, there's so many different catalogs for ESPN. It's gonna be very interesting to see where WWE's placed at.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like most of the big shows are early morning shows, and we know pay-per-views usually start 4 p.m. Western time or whatever. I feel like it'll work. Like usually around this time, we're like, if it's not a basketball game or something, we're usually seeing a football rerun from last year. It's like you're watching the Chargers and Raiders.
But it's football. Is WWE bigger than NFL, nigga? And I don't know if that's the case.
No, I don't think as of right now, no one is bigger than NFL.
Case.
It's like people still call WWE WWF. People who aren't locked in, wrestling is still as big as it is right now, and it's way bigger than it was 5 years ago, 3 years ago, even. It's still a very niche thing, and we're like, I wouldn't say it's a small bubble. I would say it's more like a medium bubble now, but it's still it's not as compared to football or football. Not it's not.
Do you think that puts them at an advantage or a disadvantage? Is that naturally you're going to be placed on ESPN, you're battling against the NBA, the NFL, MLB, things, and these are global, soccer, like when the Olympics happen, not saying WWE knows what they can tolerate, what they can handle, but could you possibly bite off more than you can chew by integrating with those sports instead of staying in your own lane?
I mean, only time will tell, but I think this was their goal. Like they're trying to draw in more people. They want to, even though it's still sports entertainment, they're trying to relay heavy on the sports part as well, just as much as the entertainment part. Again, as we said, it's getting bigger and bigger to the point where Stephen A. the last couple years is like, I could be a manager, or stuff like that, interacting. Right. It's becoming more and more popular. All the every NFL game, like besides the Jaguars, you'll see a WWE belt. We're seeing them at college games. They got the NBA belts too, with Tyrese, and so I think this is where they want to be, and especially when we're still going to get stuff on Peacock for a couple years. It's not Peacock isn't completely disappearing once this deal takes place in 2026. And
Peacock
then as
will
far
have
as
the library. They just won't have the
yeah.
PLEs.
Yeah, okay. They'll still have the library, and then if you're international, you can still watch everything on Netflix. So you
Boys
guys are
eating good over
you guys in France or Gucci, everybody, you guys are great. So you could it's almost man, what if we had all these different streaming services and put it into one thing, right? But we don't call it cable, we call it I don't know, cable.
Nigga.
And then everyone could just watch it.
It's going right back to that. What if we had it was like a digital box where you can just flip through all of them at the same time? That'd be what's that? Cable. It's the same thing. And the thing is and it's funny because I don't have cable. I don't have Comcast, and then I strictly rock with streaming services. So, and there's a lot of people that move just like that, right? You don't have Comcast. To be honest, you don't really need cable because why? So in order for them to, well, not in order, but the fact that they are going to just live TV, cable, Comcast, it's you're rolling the dice. It's a crazy risk, but it can also be a crazy reward too at the same time, especially getting $30 for the sub. That's more money in their pocket. And you can only imagine that they're probably going to partner that with a UFC event or something like that as well. You might get whatever happens in Vegas for next Mania. You get the fight and the PLE and XYZ.
Yeah.
Speaking of disadvantages, possible rumor that we heard here is that TNA is being talked about as far as going head to head with AEW on Wednesday. I've seen both the fear mongering, and I've also seen both don't. This could work out for them. I just tell you right now, don't do it. I don't think it's a good idea for them to do that.
I don't either. I don't even know where this idea came from, other than Meltzer, to why they would want to go on Wednesday. One of the rumors or suggested theories is that TNA feels slighted a certain way because AEW, when they did have their partnership, they were like, oh, we won't do a Rampage or a Collision on a Thursday. And then obviously the last 2 years, they've been doing collisions on Thursdays every once in a while, depending on the schedule, whether it's, it's a finals game or something like that. But that's rumor. I have no idea. That's speculation. But as far as I personally don't want another Wednesday Night Wars. I don't. It's also one of those hard things, though, where it's if they do get a TV deal, TNA, there is literally only
Thursday.
So many days you can choose. Friday, there's SmackDown. Tuesday, there's NXT. Monday, there's Raw. Wednesday, there's Dynamite. Thursday is still available per se, but during a certain season, you got Thursday Night Football, and no matter how much Thursday Night Football gets shitted on because of how bad it is, it's still football, and still a lot of people watch it, and that's on Prime. So, and then there's Saturdays, which that's Collision, but also Saturdays isn't that great, and PLEs and college football. And then there's Sunday,
which you
might
have not doing.
Yeah, there's tons of football, and then there might be a AEW pay-per-view. So I don't want to say choose Wednesday, because you could do Tuesday too. Especially if they were both on the CW, the CW could run NXT and TNA back to back or something, right? Or you could even even if TNA is on the same day of any other show, whether it could be before or after said show starts. But I don't know, man. To me, that's a tricky situation. I didn't like the fear mongering and the bad faith to where it's they make it, because everyone was already questioning the partnership. We had a conversation oh, how is this partnership going to go? And just because they're partnered with the quote unquote Fed, people automatically assume oh, they're going to try to take AEW out of business. And in reality, I don't think anyone wants to see their friends, because again, all these wrestlers are friends. I don't think anyone wants to see anyone lose their job or anything like that. and AEW is not like some startup. It's backed by a billionaire. Like I think they'll be fine. Like as long as TK wants to put money into it, they will be fine. TNA is getting more popular, but it's like I don't know.
They're not backed by a billionaire. Like
They're not.
you
Yeah,
can't,
they're not.
you can't,
They
you
they
can't
got the
fight that.
partnership. They got the partnership
Yeah,
with the E, which is helping, but
but
they can only help so much unless they bought the company. They can only help so much.
and
So
that is the critical component. There is that if they bought the company, and I don't want that to be the case. I think that if they put them against AEW Wednesday, it lowers the value of TNA. WWE buys TNA, and now we don't have TNA no more. And now more people are out of jobs because WWE can't absorb the roster of everybody. So it's
yeah,
like this partnership has to maintain its strength and be where TNA is healthy. Put them on Thursday, let them do their fucking thing. Because the moment you put them on Wednesday and they are not going to win that battle, people lose their jobs. WWE monopolizes and swallows up another company, and track record here, it doesn't look good. You know, ECW gone, WCW gone, NXT UK gone. Like anytime they absorb something, it just disappears, and that's just erasing history, and it just becomes part of the catalog. So TNA should stay where they're at. Do the Thursday. Like I said, I also like the idea of Tuesdays. Maybe shit, I don't know, man. Figure something out. Like
yeah. I mean, I think the CW really they really love having NXT on their show. I wouldn't be surprised if like the pitch, you're in a board meeting and it's like the pitch is like we work with TNA. You can see Trick Willie on this show and this show. So just pick up the show, like type of thing, where it's like you're still going to get the same stars or whatnot. I wouldn't be surprised if they go to CW.
I think WWE has their hands in a lot of different baskets at the time too, because it's like you have your own shows, right? We have Raw, SmackDown, NXT every week.
Yeah,
There goes those resources. We have now TNA. I got to drop some resources over there. We also have to do AAA. I have to drop some resources over here. Like their hands are just everywhere, and you can't focus on everything at the same time, right? At some point, God forbid, knock on wood, an absorption will happen. You can't, bro. Like there's no way you can control 5 different promotions, not even including WID, Evolve. Like there's so much shit going on here that like somebody's getting shafted, somebody's getting the short end of the stick just because, and it's not their fault. So yeah, I think you do something with TNA and NXT like they've been doing, but I just don't know how you step that up to like the next level.
yeah. I mean, it really just depends on like where they're going to get their TV deal at. Like, who wants to pick them up? Who wants sports based, or who wants wrestling on their TV? Because not a lot of companies want wrestling on their TV like
They
that.
exactly. It's
Otherwise, Fox
niche,
would have
like you
tried
said.
it. Yeah, it's niche. Like otherwise, Fox would have kept SmackDown, or they would have picked up AEW, like Swerve was saying in a video. But I don't think Fox. Well, shit. I mean, they picked up Eric Bischoff and Hogan's thing, but that's supposed to be way. It's supposed to be like legit wrestling. So who knows? I don't know. So it really depends on what network or station like even
Yeah,
wants to pick them up.
yeah. Don't go ahead,
And
Ted.
then we can figure out the days. Like,
Just
I
don't
don't
do
know,
that.
but I don't think we should. I think it's bad faith. I don't know. I think it's. I don't know. To me, it's just weird because people didn't care. No one cared about TNA. It reminds me of the Bane quote. Like, no one cared who I was until I put on the mask. Like, niggas didn't care about TNA until they started partnering with the Fed, quote unquote. And then now they're getting hot, and now everyone's like, oh, they're trying to, blah blah blah. And it's like, honestly, I don't. Is
TNA,
as
they cared. Christian, Kurt Angle, Sting,
right,
they
but
cared.
that was like 2008. I'm just like, at
True.
least in the last
From
2
2008
years.
to now,
Yeah, like
a lot happened. But
yeah, a lot
I
happened.
can't
And
say they
like,
don't care, but like, yeah, TNA hasn't been popping since then. Now it's
right.
like, oh my God, we want to like, and only because the WWE's touching them. Pause. That sounds crazy. Like, they got the hand of Triple H over there. People are trying to like, capitalize on the clicks and whatnot. Um, speaking of capitalizing on the clicks, Karrion Kross. All
Yeah.
right, Karrion Kross is free agent, not free agent. I don't fucking know what to read here. It's been a very confusing situation. he says he's but in the Ariel, is it Hilani? I forgot.
Hawani, I think it's Hawani because I think there's
I
a
think it
W in
is.
there.
In his podcast, he did an episode with Karrion Kross.
Right.
I did my due diligence and listened to the episode because I just want to know like what's going on. And he also had some an interview with Shayna too, which was also good.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross contract expired as of last Sunday. And I got some takeaways here. First things first, he says not a work. He says that he got released and says that a rep in between him and H let him know that he was not being resigned. As far as like this interview is concerned, he never spoke directly to Triple H about his release, and that there's a middleman in between them. One of the questions that Ariel asked him was that, you know, Triple H brought you back the first time. You have a personal relationship with Triple H. Why not just text him? You know, why not just figure out like, hey, what the hell is going on here? Like, I want to be here, XYZ. His retort was he doesn't know what he would text Triple H, and that once again there was somebody in between him and Triple H, to where he couldn't make any contact there and, you know, figure out what the hell was going on. And to be honest, in this interview alone, there's a lot of like creative shots, not directly, but just indirectly saying that, like, you know, the WrestleMania promo he did, right? The one that he really like went off on apparently was a work, and only one producer knew about it. He says the upper management felt like he was shooting. They didn't like it. He went and found Triple H, talked to him about it. He didn't know about it. And then he goes on the Simon podcast, the Raw After podcast.
Oh yeah.
And cuts another one, and they still didn't know what the hell was going on. And it just made me really like question like what the fuck is going on with the creative where nobody knows what's going on. And this is why it feels like a work to me, because everything in WWE, they know what the hell's going on. You can't just hop on somewhere and start talking shit and they don't know. Like that, come on, bro. Like, no. It also feels like it could be some setup for like Unreal, right? You know, just that getting behind the wall thing. And my thoughts is that if that was the case, I feel like using releases as like Unreal content is slightly corny to me.
Yeah, I would
like,
agree with that.
Like, I just feel like, because it feels slightly corny, also very confusing, because to mention, you know, H and like his creative decisions and not being able to contact him as if H is an on-screen figure, and he's not. It's not like you can get any story payoff by mentioning Triple H. He's not about to hop out there, and he hasn't been on screen in years. I think story
for wrestling, you know, yeah,
for wrestling,
yeah.
So it's like mentioning that just feels odd. It's like, I don't know. In the episode, it's just very weird and hard to navigate. He wants to be back in WWE. He says that. He says, I would love to go back home, which he refers to as WWE. He says that at the time when he asked about his contract, they gave him a number. He just wanted to see where they were giving those numbers from. Kind of like, hey, where are you pulling this from? They rescinded his offer. At the same time, Scarlett didn't get an offer either. So right. I don't know if he was going to sign, whether or not she got a contract or not. But
probably not. I think their package.
Yeah. I think their package. Based off his information, is that like they rescinded the offer, and once he asked them to prove how they evaluated him. Yeah, it's very, very interesting, and a lot of brain work for somebody that personally, and I'm sorry, I don't give a shit. Like, I don't give a damn. It's too much brain work for Karrion Kross.
Yes. I'm glad you said that, bro. Because I don't want to be insensitive, and DT isn't here, and I like Karrion Kross, but
sure.
But we have to keep it a buck. Like, as far as the situation go, I don't give a shit either. Again, I like both of them. I don't want anyone to lose their job, but also, like, this isn't. And if you're a fan of these people, and if you're a fan of certain talent, and that talent gets, you know, let go or whatever, you have every right to be upset. You have every right to fight for them. But as far as like trying to hijack shows, and trying to like get all these hashtags for someone who, at least in my opinion, is just it's not like it's Roman. It's not like it's
Bro,
not like it's a Seth. Like it's not like it's a
AJ
Becky
Styles.
or and that's I mean this as respectfully as possible. And it's and he's gotten the opportunity. So like he's gotten plenty of opportunities. He had a feud with Sammy. Those matches were not that great. He had a feud with AJ. That matches were not that great. Like he doesn't if you the fact that people can't even name one of their favorite matches is very telling to me. As far as are we just being outraged to be outraged, or like do we legitimately like this person, like this character? I like the character, I like the person, but also literally like 2 years ago, he was one of the prime engagement wrestling tweets where it was like where they're posting the clip of Adam Cole fucking barring him up. Like that used to be a clip every first of the month. Like he used to be a joke online. I used to call him QAnon Kross based off of some of the stuff like during COVID, with some of the stuff he liked and some of the stuff he said. I was like, people used to rag on him all the damn time, and then all of a sudden something flipped where everyone wants him. That's fine. He naturally got over. That's great. But it takes more than doing a shoot promo to be the guy. And I'm like, you're not you're in ring white, bro. Like niggas want to talk about work rate, which is why they love AEW. Like, look, let's look at this guy's body of work and be like, all right, is this really worth trying to hijack a show over? And to me, it's a no. Again, I don't want him.
No.
I wouldn't mind him getting a better push or whatever. Like, I own a Final Testament shirt, but y'all trying to treat it similar to what we just dealt with our truth, and to me, it ain't the same.
No.
It's not the same, And I don't know, man. I think it's an overreaction. And I also agree where if this was a work, who is it? Who's this work for? Because all you're gonna do is gonna piss off fans if this is a work.
Mm-hmm.
And I will give you one up. It's not just corny. I think it's bad taste to use releases for storylines. Especially because the same day, if that's the case, because the same day Kross tweeted that he's not going to be renewed, Adonis Ashante got let go. Should I hashtag we want Adonis? Like what do we? And to me that would be bad taste to have someone get released just to bring up again with the R-Truth stuff. It was a little more organic. As far as them people wanting them back, but we also live, and I hate that we live in a capitalist society, but a job's a job, and he can get another job. There's a lot of other companies. I think he will be fine. Sometimes stuff just doesn't work out. There's a lot this roster. This roster's huge. Whose spot is he gonna take?
That's a good question. I really don't know.
Exactly.
SmackDown needs some help.
Yeah, SmackDown needs some help, but I don't know, man. Because there was the whole joke where it was he couldn't take back bumps, and he had to prove them wrong once.
It's to take 6 back bumps in one match. See, with Kross, bro, I love what the story could have been. He actually mentions moments where, yes, he hurt the fans. Yes, they were aware of his movement, right? He says something along the line, I'm paraphrasing here, but he was like, there's moments where the people backstage can see the momentum that's happening with certain superstars, and they don't want you to peek over what stories they already have now, right? To where as we're sitting here oh, we want Kross, that momentum can take away from a Sammy and Gunther feud, right? And we don't want your momentum to overshadow what we have built. So he was just kind of well, I guess I got to be a good soldier, the good soldier, and just do what I'm supposed to be doing. He did say that also he enjoyed his match with Sami at SummerSlam. He wished that the ending could have been a bigger payoff, right? In the aspect of like he said, if this was going to be my last match, let's kill off the character of Karrion Kross, right? Let's he'll fall off of a skyscraper or something dramatic to where it changes the story dynamic of something. He did not like the way that his finish happened here, which also feels like if this is a work, why shoot at the creative? And that's why I don't. It makes zero sense to do that, and I don't think it's a work, but it's like it's hard to tell. Like I said before, it's too much brain power for a Karrion Kross. Like I'm sorry, it just is.
Yeah, like I don't think we need to play the Riddler with this particular character.
But and the thing is, he's treating like that, right? So like in the interview, they asked him, "Has AEW reached out?" He says no because everybody thinks that it's a work. Everybody thinks that it's tampering because it's a work. And in the interview, he didn't give any like significant green lights to make it seem like it was not a work, right? So he spoke about, like I say, he wants to go back. He wants to stay with WWE, and AEW's right now is kind of in the field where they're not grabbing people who want to go back to WWE. Like, if you've noticed, the past 6 signings haven't been anybody from WWE. It's been, TNA or ex, international stars and whatnot. Right. So I don't know if that works in his favor to like go to.
Well, and to keep it a buck, he wouldn't work in AEW.
He don't got the work style.
And that's I don't think Shayna, granted, she is friends with Marina, like close friends. I don't think she would work. Like, I don't think either of their styles would gel with what the Sicko's like, as far as the AEW work rate. Like, he's like, they're both methodical. We're going to put you in a bunch of submissions, all this other stuff. Not saying that there's not technicians in AEW.
Shayna next to Brody King, bro, we might have something.
Shayna?
Yes.
Next to Brody?
We might have something, bro. Both of them choking somebody over the rope. Like if Brody's choking MJF and then Shayna's choking something, like it could work.
That'd be fair. But I just don't think the way that they work. I don't think it's gonna super gel or with what those shows give to their audience. But I mean, and also there's some stuff with Don Callis and Scarlett. Allegedly, that's another reason they probably.
I did read about that, which was like, once again, we don't know anything. Everything's alleged here. We're not cementing anything, but I did read that there was something there, and everybody's stories is different. Like some is like there was some shit happening, and others that it was close to something happening. I don't fucking know, but yes, I did see that as well.
Yeah, but I mean, they did get a bunch of other like they did announce that they are working like at least there's like 5 indie shows that they're working somewhere. I think obviously
he said conventions. They weren't shows.
Or they weren't. Oh, the conventions.
They're conventions. He said that the indie promoters that reached out said that the price that they were asking was extremely high.
Right, and then people started the shit on Kross, and it's like you guys already turned on them. All this support you already turned on them because his asking price might be too high. Wrestling is a very tough business. Now I don't know if he's asking Beyonce numbers. I don't think he is. But like, if you want the new hottest free agent, you gotta pay up a little money. Like, it is
what? How much are you paying to get Karrion Kross on your show?
Me? Hey, not a lot. It depends on what we booking here. But he can work a GCW show. That's
Bro, have you seen the clips that they had like New Japan clips and the New Japan crowd was upset? You know how mad you gotta be. You know how bad you gotta be to have the Japanese crowd mad at you. They love everything, bro.
Yeah.
If New Japan was like, nah, bro, we don't want you. That says a lot. And once again, speculation, allegedly, just kicking the shit here, maybe not true at all. But I don't know, man. I don't know what's in store for Karrion Kross. I have no idea. Yeah, man. It's just a rough time for him, and he'll be fine. Like you said, somebody's gonna pick him up. TNA's right there.
Yeah, honestly, I think TNA would be the best fit for him as far as because he is good on the mic. Like they are good at their character work. Both him and Scarlett is good, and they can use another good heel on their roster.
Shit,
So I think
NXT could use some good men workers.
yeah, but I mean, nah, because he just because again, like if you don't want a repeat of that Adam Cole clip that people like to post, like
From Javon
Triple
Evans.
Javon, his young ass, he called him Goofy, and
Oba.
it's over. Oba bar him up. Trick Willie, when he called Cappuccino Jones sick Williams or whatever, bro. you don't nah, bro. I don't think he wants that on the mic. I don't.
Yeah. I got two side tangents, just real quick. Today was the AAA show, right? That's happening right now, live right now. Why'd they bring Almost back like that? Why that spot? Why that spot? You know how mad I am?
Everyone
That
else
nigga-
loved it, man.
I know. Everybody was enjoying it, but I'm sitting here like, he was in Japan getting a big buzz. And he come back out of like a year, maybe year and a half hiatus, right? We ain't seen Almost on TV in a minute. But to see Almost come back, and he got the little man, big man spot, and he just boots the hell out of this little man, this little person, and then military presses him like this is some Austin Powers film, bro. Like, this is some fucked up shit. Not, I'm joking. This is all, me just making fun. But it's like, God, this is the spot we're bringing back for. We have Royal Rumbles. We have Andre the Giant Battle Royals. This is it. And he's taking like a champ.
I mean, he won the trophy or whatever for the battle royal that he showed up at. I mean, he got a good pop. The moment that you talking about was hilarious, at least according to online. I mean, I saw it. I was like, all right, this is wrestling. This is,
It is some 1997, 98 shit.
Yeah,
That's
like no,
old
yeah.
up,
Like, yeah, this is some but yeah, to have it, I'm gonna let it play out for. I'm gonna give it like a couple weeks. I need consistency because I will be more upset along with you if this was his only appearance. Obviously, he needs something to do. We have not, like you said, we haven't seen it on WWE TV in a very long time. This is our first glimpse of it, and it's in AAA. Yeah, he needs to be consistent. Like, does he need to be wrestling every week? No, but we should. The fact that like they brought him back from Japan right before the Rumble, and he wasn't even in the Rumble, and then we literally have not seen him. What was it? That's in January. We haven't seen him until now, and
that's not his fault.
It is no, it's not. It's fucking August. Yeah, because during his he's been ready. He's not injured. Like during his Christmas, he's like, I'm just waiting for them to tell me what to do.
You're doing cologne vlogs. Like he's been active.
Yeah. Yeah. So I just need some consistency. Like if he's going to be a AAA like a mainstay or something, a frequent guest, then let's do that. But I don't like the waiting every 8 months to see a dude. Like,
yeah,
especially when people want to see him. Like he's an attraction for a reason. Right. So you don't just bust out this attraction fucking twice a year. So yeah, make him more consistent. Keep him in AAA. Then I don't care. Have him NXT. The fact that we haven't got him versus Oba is criminal.
He's not even in TNA. You tell me Almost is not good enough to be in TNA. Not saying TNA's bad, but we can't use him over there either. We got to send him to AAA. Like this is fucking crazy.
Put Moose in the grave for me, bro. Like come on, but like why are you not? Like we got to use him more, man.
You know what? If that was a spot that he did with Tessa Blanchard, I'm on board.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it would have been lopsided because her shit is heavy, but it still would have worked.
Keeping it in the realm of consistency, my last tangent here is this week on SmackDown, which we're not reviewing because SmackDown was ass. Sammy is now a SmackDown superstar, right? He's now in a story or a feud with Solo for the United States Championship, right? Mm-hmm. These are facts.
Yes.
Did we not also have this same year Sammy could have left and went to SmackDown earlier and had a world title shot.
Yep.
Is
And
that not correct?
No, it's absolutely correct. Because the vision with Seth Rollins and Paul Heyman, he gave
that
him
was
an
on the
offer.
table.
And he was like, nah, I got to be the good guy. Which that's one of the reasons I love Sammy. But I remember being on this episode and saying that was dumb. Or being on the show. Like, bruh, like sometimes, nah, bruh. Like, you could have beaten John Cena. You could already be a champion. But you wanted to be like, no, you wanted to fight the tyrant. You wanted to fight the system just for you to go willingly. And now you're on a side quest for the United States Championship, which he never held. Him having it for a little bit, I'm fine with that. If that happened, we need to kill some time until he wins the Rumble. Because again, I'm still I think he's winning the Rumble. We need to kill some time. But Raw's main title scene, it's Jay, Punk, LA Knight. Obviously, Gunther's going to be gone, but Gunther's still there. And then, Seth is the one holding the titles. So, like, that scene is a little crowded right now. And SmackDown does need some bodies, especially they need people who are going to get big pops. But bad booking. That's what we're gonna call it, bad booking, because it makes Sammy
no sense.
It looks stupid.
Bad.
It makes you look dumb as hell.
Yes, bro. I was like, this is dumb. Like, and what's so fucked up about it is that Seth got gold right now. You could have took his advice and you could have had gold too. But no, you over here fucking. I couldn't imagine passing up on a world title shot just to end up back in the bloodline vortex. Ain't this a bitch? Which again, we talked about it off air.
Yeah, so the Sammy thing on SmackDown is the only thing really worth talking about. They really need to have a shakeup. Like, we need this draft to happen soon, because again, like, one of the reasons Sammy went there is they lost LA Knight. The biggest, like, the person who gets the biggest pops on the show is Cody. Priest is low-key injured. They haven't announced it, but the way, like, he worked one match with Alistair, which that wasn't even like a real match. His last match was the cage match with Drew. Other than that, he's mostly been at Yankee games. He's hurt. They just haven't announced it. At least that's my belief. So it's like, yeah, like they need some big, like, they need big baby faces over there on SmackDown. But Solo and the MFTs, they cannot be the focal point of this show. And I think that's another reason why the last couple weeks the SmackDown has not been that good, is because we're seeing so much of the bloodline. And granted that we love Solo and we think Solo is hilarious, just because we love Solo and we think Solo is hilarious does not mean we need to see all these motherfuckers 5 times on a 2-hour episode. Again, why is JC Mateo even here? You got Tala Tonga with his like press curl, just being tall. Like, he's just tall. Like, okay, cool. Omos is tall too. There's a lot of tall people in this world. Like, your gimmick can't just be you're tall and pretty, bro. Like, I don't know. It's he should not be the big heel on besides him and Drew. Like, he should not be the MFTs should not be the focal point of SmackDown. We are seeing them too much to the point where I don't want to see them.
Yeah, the fatigue is happening. And what's fucked up about the fatigue with the bloodline or MFT is that Jacob's also a part of that. And I love Jacob, but we can't keep seeing Jacob every week either. He can't be the babyface to carry the conversation. I can only take so many yada that means. I'm just saying, I can't take it every week. It has to be like, when it's necessary. And the fact that, like, this episode there was no Cody, there's no Cena. You don't have your huge baby faces there. I saw that. I'm not watching. This is gonna. It's a hard watch. They're redoing Nia and Tiffy. Like,
they're hinting at it, which it seems like. I saw a tweet where it was like the tweet was like, clearly they're stalling and waiting for Bianca. That's all fine and dandy, but Nia was just in NXT the last couple weeks. Let her stay in NXT and do some shit. Like, work with some, like, keep working with Lash. Like, we don't need to see Tiffy and Nia 4, because I think it's would be like match 4, I think, or maybe 3. We don't need to see that.
Nigga, Julie only had one title defense with this U.S. title.
Yeah,
and bring her ass outside.
And then they were hinting at her being double champ, which her and Tiffany, I'm sure that'd be a good match. I'm sure it'd be hard hitting, but
we don't know enough for her to be double champ. That don't make any sense. Talent wise, I know she has it, but it's like we don't. It's not just about talent in WWE. We got to have the story that matches up with that. You can't just make her double champ for no reason. Like,
and because of the lack of the story, then it kind of gives you a tell. Is like, okay, she's not going to be double champ. So then we're just twiddling our thumbs. We're just doing all these side quests.
When's the last time we seen a woman wrestler with a handler be champion?
A woman with a manager.
Yeah, my bad.
Is that what you meant? Or no, I mean, no. I just wanted to clarify for the audience. Fuck, dude. The only thing that's coming to my mind, no, because that's not even it. The closest thing I can think of is when Charlotte was heel and she had Dana Brooke as her muscle that lost all the time. But other than that, women don't really have managers like that.
Mm-mm. And so with that, like, I don't know if even that is a successful line for Julia. Most of them stand tall on their own.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't be the champion and have respectfully. You can't be the champion and have your manager do all of the talking. Even Roman broke out.
That's what managers do. Well, Roman can actually speak good English,
but you got to have something.
She can't speak that well right now, and I think that's a reason why they're doing.
They're exactly, and that's fine. But if you want to be champion, that doesn't even work. That doesn't work that way. Even Io will break in some English and Japanese. Asuka, same way. I'm not saying Julia can't do that because she's clearly just got here, but it's this is not the moment for her right now to do that, to be world champion at least.
I'm willing to let it play out only because the fact that I couldn't think of a woman that had a woman manager, I want to see this be successful. So I'm willing to let it play out only because I'm sure it's happened, but I can't think of. I'm sure. Yeah, I can't think of anything. So I want to see it be successful, and also because since it's a 2-hour show, people can only get so much time, and I'm sure Kiana will. I'm sure KJ. I'm sure she'll get in the ring at some point. But if this is the best way to use her talents at the moment, and Julia she's still working on her English. That was one of the reasons she didn't want to leave. She didn't want to leave in NXT so soon because she wanted more time to practice. And I think Stephanie Vakir said something similar.
History tells you, Paige was a manager for. Was it?
Okay.
She was a manager with what's her face, Mandy, right? They had their squad, and then
and she was a manager for TCB. She
was manager with them. We saw what's her
Sonya Deville.
Sonya, and she was a manager. It does not work, bro. It don't got a hit rate.
It got to be successful at some point. I don't know.
It got to hit at some point.
Someone got to succeed.
All right, we spent a lot of time in there. Let's jump into Raw. Which I don't think there was anything too insane that happened in this Raw. I feel like we had some good story moments here, but nothing oh god. Actually, the Io Roxanne match was fire. Hate the way that ended. That's just me though. But great fucking match here.
Right.
It's also
since
confidently I can say Io is the best wrestler in WWE. Period. Hands down. I don't think nobody right now is outbeating Io, male or female.
I mean, hey man, I
can't just best up. Put your best up. Honestly, I don't think anybody's fucking Io.
I'll take a step further. I'm gonna say she's top 3 in any company right now. Personally, that's just me.
I can be able to work that out.
But since you brought that up, let's speak about because honestly, one of the most interesting things that happened involves this match, and the reason why is because this wasn't supposed to be the match.
Correct.
We were supposed to get Io versus Naomi for the women's title.
Correct.
And a couple hours before the show, we hear Naomi's not medically cleared, and speculation just starts speculating online. I'm like, is she hurt? Blah blah blah. Coincidentally, also around the same time, an interview from Stephanie McMahon's podcast, What's the Story, whatever. She's interviewing both Jimmy and Naomi. So people were like, "Oh, that's kind of a coincidence to have both of them." That's our first time, I think, doing two interviews at once.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I'm saying all this to say, there's a lot of rumor that she might be preggers. She might be pregnant.
Which I want people to be careful when putting that rumor out. You have to be. Because you don't know anybody's history with being pregnant, right?
No, you don't. You don't know how long they've been trying.
With that. If she can. You got to be careful with that.
Yeah. So we'll see. It came out today that she is going to address us next week. If it is that, congratulations. If it's not that, I hope it's not fucking too serious to where she has to vacate a title. But that honestly, that's kind of like one of the biggest stories this week is what's going on with Naomi.
Because it was, most people, they don't miss weeks, right? You don't just miss, not when it's booked, right? We were like, okay, it's gonna be Naomi, EO, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let her tell it. Whatever it is, I'm just gonna be here for the ride. We'll be here on Monday and go from there. But I would hate to see her vacate the title when she's at her peak, or she's going the fuck off. Like, I would hate to see that.
Yeah. So I talked to DT about it, and I talked to my wife about it. And selfishly,
you better not say what I think you don't say what I think you're gonna say.
The best way to put it is what you just said, because to me, she's at her peak right now. This is what Naomi fans have been waiting for. If you remember when they signed her back, and before the big three linked up, people were like, they signed her back for no reason. She should be a champion. All this other stuff, and you fast forward, we get one of the best heel turns. We get a cool music. We get the cool moment of her dad playing her out. We get the cool cash in. It's only been 3 weeks, and if you have to vacate the title, it makes me upset. But if it's for something as glorious as what it might be, quote unquote, I can only be happy. But as a fan, I'm like, I just needed you
kids. You was an asshole.
It's not fuck the kids. Just wait. But then again, like you said, and like DT said, we don't know what they've been doing in the background. We don't know how long they've been trying. They could have been trying for 2 years, and finally it happened. If that's again, if
we don't know,
big if it's true, but
we have no idea. It could be hey, my knee was just busted or something like that. I think what's tripping everybody out is that there's no word, there's no leaks, there's no blog, there's no Meltzer, there's no SRS. Nobody knows anything right now, and
which is good.
The people who do know something are it's going to be her time to tell it. I think they asked Nat about it, and Nat was it's her story to tell. She just needs time right now, and it's God damn. So hopefully it's nothing serious, right? That's nothing medical, nothing like that. I just want you to be A-okay. Whatever it is, we'll be here. Getting back to Raw though, it kicks off with Punk and LA Knight, which I was sitting there I kind of want them to do this more often. Them two going head to head, it's good for TV. Two talkers who can handle and dish shit out one by one or 1-on-1. I'm cool with it. However, this turns into a tag match later because the Bronx come out with Paul. And he says, you're 40, he's 47. You guys combined are 100 years old. And I'm he throws insults like a fifth grader. It's Jesus Christ. Just go spear somebody. All right,
it's the Steiner in him. It's literally the Steiner in him. Have you ever seen clips of Steiner talk about Samoa Joe and TNA? He's fat, damn it. He's fat.
It's it's not even burns. It's just you just saying shit. He's old. He got ARP. It's okay,
just lodging factual statements as if they're insults.
It's like Bronson Reed like taking CM Punk's shoes and be like, he got insoles in these bitches. It's like, okay, he old as hell, bro. He need heel support. Like shit, man. I don't
For
know.
real,
Like,
man. I put a lot of pressure on my heels. I have what is it called? Plantar fasciitis or some shit. Like, yeah, man. I need some
this
soul
turns
support.
into the main event of the night is Seth, or not Seth, but Bronze and Punk and LA Knight. But we end up getting a Sami Zayn versus Rusev match, which puts me to sleep. Sorry. It's not working for me. Rusev is not popping.
He's a character on the show. Like, he's there,
and this is what kicked off like the bloodline shit because Solo is there. Right?
Yeah, they interrupt the match and attack Sammy.
Sheamus attacks Rusev.
Right. Pretty much.
Send him to AAA.
Who, Miro or Rusev?
Yeah, go ahead. Send him down there.
I'm fine with that.
Send him over there. You could have gave me Sami Zayn and anybody else, bro.
I'm still very pro. Send him to NXT, but AAA works too, bro. Javon needs some more people to get beat up by, bro, and to overcome. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's fucked up. But my equivalent to Yo Shadow Realm is AAA. Send him over there, bro. I don't know what he has no business being over here.
Send these niggas to Mexico. Get him off my TV, bro. I'll catch you on YouTube, my guy.
Yeah, like send him over there, bro. Jesus Christ. There was some Judgment Day shit that also happened here, but I saw American Grande in the background. I got immediately disinterested. I watched the show. I'm watching the show, but I saw my man Ludwig back there, and just immediately got mad. So like,
wait, you saw Ludwig on the show?
Here we go. I don't need to say the catchphrase. I said it last week. Well, not last week. I can only suspend my disbelief. All right, we're gonna put that on cups.
Okay.
Coffee mugs to say I can only suspend my disbelief. TM. If I catch any of you motherfuckers with that on the cup, I'll fuck you up, right?
For real.
Watch it in WWE shop. We're gonna put it right there. It's gonna be a Paul Heyman cup. I did have questions about the Bayley vignette though.
Yeah, what is that about?
What it starts off like she's by herself, like not a therapy session, but she's just sitting there like, talking about career ups and downs, and then hinting at like a heel turn here. Like what is going on here?
Yeah, you hear her evil laugh at the end when it goes black. If the Wyatts weren't on another show, I'd been like, oh god damn it, is she going to the Wyatts or something? Yeah, man, super interested. We love Bayley over here. As we know, this is a Bayley podcast over here. Put her jersey in the rafters. No idea what it means. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm ready for the draft. Like we need some mix up because her being heel is fine, but her being a face is fine too. Like, but she had a lot of self-doubt. She was questioning herself. The insecurities are kind of coming out. I don't know what it means, man.
Yeah. Is it too early or too soon for a Bayley turn? I feel like we just went through the heel turn with her and Damage Control maybe like 2 years ago, maybe a year and a half. No, it had to be a year because she fought Io for the belt, right?
It was too many. It wasn't this. It was the Philly one. So Mania.
So I guess it's been 2 years, but like,
yeah.
Have we seen everything we could see?
Well, and the thing is, besides like Vakir and Rhea, who the fuck is she gonna fight?
Right.
If she turned heel, and it seems like Asuka and Kairi might be turning heel. So yeah, again, I think it's just time for a shakeup. I mean, maybe who's to say like there's a chance that this isn't going to lead to a heel turn, but just maybe her just being a little more selfish, a little more like aggro or something. It's it's only the first vignette, so I'm it's gotta let it. It's one of those gotta let it play out.
It's a heel turn, only
Probably.
because in my mind, the next shot was Lyra saying, "I don't know what's going on with her." Right? I didn't do anything. Like that wasn't me. Like she just needs her time, and she just backed off. Lyra's like, "Shit, whatever she's going through, ain't got shit to do with me. I'm out."
That's what. Yeah, which I thought that segment was a little awkward, but yeah, I mean, like, damn near bar for bar. That's pretty much what she said. It was just a lot more panicky and Irish sounding, but yeah, it was to me it's a little awkward, but yeah, I don't know, maybe yeah, that sounds like a broken record. I have no idea, man. I have no idea, but I'm excited to see what goes on with Bayley though.
Side question: you mentioned earlier that this pod loves Bayley. She's like one of the most protected. Who is the most protected in the pod?
On this pod?
On this pod, Bayley's up there. I think Willow. I think universally, Bayley and Willow are like the most protected.
Yeah,
for sure.
And I think maybe Bianca.
Yes,
we're feminists here. Damn it! Like so.
Yeah, ain't no. You can't get no bad shit off on Bianca. That's not going.
No, I will not. I will not tolerate it. Other than that, man, shit.
I think that's it.
Who's a guy that we all love? I don't know. I would say Joe? Sammy, but I just should have. Oh, yeah, Joe. Ooh, have you started did you watch Twisted Metal?
Nah, I'm not too keen on like video game adaptation shit. I kind of stay away from them because I don't want my shit, like my perception of it to be fucked up. I heard like they did like the Halo show. He took his helmet off and people were disappointed. So I was like,
yeah. And Master Chief had sex, and they were like, he's not supposed to have sex. He's a Spartan. Like, you know, I'm like, I heard Fallout did good though.
I heard Fallout was good. I think that one's different because Fallout, like, your character can be whoever it is. Like, you can make whatever the main character is, right? So that one is fine. I haven't watched Twisted Metal though.
Twisted Metal's good. First season was good. I'm on the second season. It's good. Joe, even though he doesn't do like he's good. Even though he doesn't actually talk, like his body, like he's an actor. Joe's great. Joe's great, and it's a pretty good video game adaptation. It's because like similar to Fallout, where it's like, you know, Twisted Metal is just a hodgepodge of a bunch of characters with crazy ass backgrounds, but like none of them, like shit. But yeah, anyway, that was a small tangent.
We'll see. I might check it out.
Wait, so does this mean you're not going to see Street Fighter then? I feel like we got to watch it for the pod.
God.
we have to break it down scene for scene for the pod.
I can't do that, bro, because if Roman ruins my favorite fighting game character of all time, I will never look at this nigga the same, bro. I'm sorry. Like, Akuma is like near and dear to my heart. And the fact when I saw Roman play it, I was like, fuck. And then immediately, like 3 weeks afterwards, they show the clip of him in the Eddie Murphy movie with Kiki. And everybody's like, this nigga's just doing bloodline faces. And I'm like, fuck, they're right. I can't see Akuma doing bloodline faces, bro. I'll lose my goddamn mind. Like,
do you think he keeps the beard? Does Akuma ever have a beard?
Yeah, there's some iterations. There's some iterations with Akuma with a beard. My thing is, if they turn the uppercut into a Superman punch, I'm gonna spaz the fuck out. I'm gonna spaz the fuck out. If I see a Street Fighter uppercut turn into a goddamn Superman punch and it's against Cody Rhodes, I'm gonna spaz the fuck out.
Bruh, you know we're gonna get a Superman punch and a cross. We're gonna get a Crossroads.
Crossroads on like it's gonna be a Crossroads, not on like a main character, but it's gonna be like the intro scene where you see Guile for the first time fighting somebody on the streets. It's gonna be a Crossroads. Yeah. It's like, Jesus, bro, this is bad. This might be as bad as like the Borderlands casting. Oof. Okay. Getting into this main event. Unless you want to talk about Becky and Maxine, which was
I mean, it was Maxine's best match because it was against Becky. It was a match. Other than that, there really ain't much to talk about.
Should have been off the show. I love Maxine. Shouldn't have been on the show. Where's New Day? Put them in a match. They've been backstage grieving over tag team belt for 6 fucking weeks now. Get it together.
Yep. Anything else that happened? Was Pinto on the show?
No.
All right. Well, yeah, the main event.
Main event was LA Knight, CM Punk, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed. I wish I could tell you like it was a clear-cut finish, but we know that's not the case here. We know somebody who earlier said, "You guys got it. I'm going to leave. I can take care of it. Y'all go ahead, take care of it." Did not trust his people. Instead, comes out and fucking curb stomps CM Punk here. Rightfully so. We see that Jey Uso makes his save with the return here. Chaos is ensuing. All this comes out, and he's like, "You know what, Seth? You, my friend, have been manipulating and in people's business for far too long. So, at Clash, it's going to be LA Knight, CM Punk, and Jey Uso for the World Heavyweight title. And, to be fair, I like Fatal 4-Ways.
It's been a while since we had a Fatal 4-Way for a main title as well. Shit, honestly, I think the last one might have been the Roman, AJ, Randy. I forgot who else was in that match. It might have been that one.
Who eats the pin?
Jay.
No way that Punk takes one for the team?
I mean, no. Are you serious? he's only been pinned 3 times, and one of them was Elimination Chamber. I don't even know if we're supposed to count that.
And no way Seth loses the belt. Non-biasly. I can't ask you that question. But
okay, non-biasly, I'm gonna say no, and one of the reasons I'm gonna say no is it's low-key kind of based on what happens with Naomi. Because let's say hypothetically she does have to vacate, you're gonna have both your people who just cashed in both lose the titles like after their second defense, and also I think you gotta. I mean, the Vision finally just got a damn name, so you gotta let it like. Look, we went through it with the Bloodline. We went through it with Judgment Day. It's Seth's turn. We're gonna see multiple beatdowns on Raws. We're gonna see the heels stand on top for a while. It is what it is, y'all. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I'm sorry if you're not a fan of Seth and the Vision. I am. I'm a relish in this, but it's just the next chapter.
I cannot wait
of heel groups dominating the show.
Yeah,
it is.
And what's funny about it is that it's each one of our favorite pillars, right? Roman had Bloodline. I have Death Riders. You have Seth. Eventually, the fatigue hits for the group.
Yeah,
it hits us all. Right? It's unavoidable. So I cannot wait to where we're all going to be in a situation where it's like, God damn it, I'm tired of these motherfuckers.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. Braun,
it's going to happen, bro. It's going to happen. Like the writing's on the wall here. Yeah, I don't think Seth loses. I actually thought LA Knight would eat the pin here. Just because he's the odd man out. Like, you're the only person here who has not been a world heavyweight champion. Why should you be the one that doesn't take the pin? Unless we're going to push you forward, and which I hope, because LA Knight is one of those ones where I thought that he was going to be up there, and he hasn't been yet, but we'll see. I don't have anything else about Raw.
Yeah, I mean,
I got nothing.
That was it. I feel like there's one thing we're missing, but since I can't remember it, I don't know. Yeah, we got all the big moments. So
yeah, for sure. We're gonna take a quick break. We'll come back. We're gonna wrap this up with AEW, and then we're out of here, people. We'll be right back. And we are back, people. Let's talk about Dynamite. I know this is the week before Forbidden Door, so we have
I
a lot of
believe it's
setup here.
yeah.
Yeah, I think
I
Forbidden
believe
Door is
it's
the
next Sunday, right?
24th. Yep.
Or 20.
Yep.
So,
And the thing with Forbidden Door, which always like, if you've been listening to this pod or you've been watching AEW, it's hard to book because you don't know who the fuck is about to be sent over. Like,
yeah.
I mean, they know, but they're not actively on the show because they're part of CMLL or New Japan or whatever. So while the matches will be fun, the build up to it is lackluster because there's so many fucking people involved.
Right. And
At least for the shit that you control.
the last two or three, he added the New Japan talent a little later, similar to what he did on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't know if this is true or not, but speculation, rumor is that it's because like New Japan, some of the New Japan characters that he added were like ratings. They were bringing down the ratings, so then he just started adding them later. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have noticed like we got a bunch of it was mostly CMLL and AEW until literally like this week, and now we're like, all right, now we bringing in all the New Japan people.
New Japan
Because
people.
you get like you get like 5 names on this Wednesday show that out of the blue, which we'll talk about in a second.
Right. And then also at the same time they're doing G1. So like you're doing
Yeah.
this pay-per-view while they're doing their biggest tournament
Yeah.
of the year. So it's kind of like,
Which-
what talent can you get,
Yeah, exactly. And if you don't like all the talent, then why would you bring them over?
So
Yeah,
I don't know. It's a very weird build. But anywho, show kicks off. Well, before we get into this, we didn't talk about it, but MJF got kicked out of the Hurt Syndicate very lacklusterly.
Doug. Yeah, I'm upset about that. I don't understand it. It's
And it wasn't MVP that wanted him out. So it's between Sheldon and Bob.
well, no, because didn't MVP finally come back and said you're selfish? All you said was I, and not we.
Right. I meant
Right.
more so
With 3 thumbs and two out of
no,
3
just
right there.
outside the show. From what
Oh.
the rumors or blogs were saying was that like it didn't come from MVP that he wanted to, that MVP didn't want MJF out. It was from one of the other two between Sheldon or Bobby. And they were like, just get him out of here. And not saying that I cannot see either one of them saying that, but prior to MJF coming to the Hurt, Sheldon got a lot of goddamn time. We have not seen a lot of Sheldon. And personally, I would like to see a lot of Sheldon.
Sheldon, I mean, the Hurt Syndicate isn't even on this show this week at all.
No, and I think Forbidden Door there, I think they get Bandito and Brody is the match that I think is about to happen. But yeah, I want to get back to like that. I understand that MJF thing did end early, and I kind of wanted to see where it was going to go, but I want to get back to what the Hurt and them doing their shit. It felt like because MJF was a part of their story, or was a part of the group, his story was kind of overshadowing Hurt and what they do, which is hurt fucking people. Like that's their thing. We don't need to have MJF in the group for that.
Right. Well, honestly, I think that to me that was part of the reason why eventually they would have turned on him. Like the whole thing is like we waited. They went through a thing for like a month or almost 2 months of him trying to join, just for him to be kicked out in 3 weeks, and it was very, very non-climactic.
Yeah, like off screen.
I don't like you anymore. You're just blah blah blah. We don't need you. Thumbs down. And then the week prior, you just get the Sheldon. He's like, hey man, you gave me a fake ass watch. You didn't think we was on to you? Thumbs down. Like it's so anticlimactic to
right.
And like it was the MJF trying to join the Hurt Business. That was my favorite thing on the show for the fucking like 2 months that it was going on. And I don't know. So for me, I'm very disappointed. And
I think you fucked up by like not fucked up, but him getting the contract. Like you can't do both, right? Yeah. Either you're gonna go for the world title in the group, and we're gonna help you get there, or you get this contract. You can't have both. Like that's like. I don't know.
I think that's the thing. I think they could have had both. Seth Rollins has 2 goons with it while he had the briefcase. Like, I don't understand. I don't know. I just don't understand any of it. Like, I don't know,
You and me both.
like who, yeah,
I'm right there
who,
with you.
like, yeah, like, and then I'm like, I don't think we're the only two, but like, I don't know, man. It had the storyline, as I've said before, it had a lot of legs that
Mm-hmm.
they could have ran with, and the fact that this only lasted for like 2 months with no real payoff is really, I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know. It's disappointing.
MJF also currently has his hands in too many different pots, right?
Yeah,
He's the
because
CMLL
he's
world champion,
light
like,
heavyweight, I believe.
or yeah, he holds the belt in
He's a
CMLL,
champion.
so he's over there. He's doing the rivalry with Hangman right now. He was a part of Hurt Syndicate, so it's like
Mhm.
these moments where he's out there by himself, Hurt's not there, right? And so even for story purposes, that doesn't even make any sense,
No,
right?
it doesn't.
He was beefing with Mystico while he was still in Hurt, and Hurt was nowhere around except for like the show in Portland, the ones that were over here, but over
Yeah.
there you didn't really see anything. I just think that he had too much going on. Like, what's the story here? Or are you with us, or are you doing MJF things? And I think that's also what kind of like played out on screen too, because MJF was like everything's been about you, or not MJF, but MVP's been like everything's about I. It's always I have to get the belt. I need to do this. I need to do that. It's never about the group, which is cool. I enjoyed that promo. I also enjoyed the promo inside that same promo. MVP was like, and you know what? I'm kind of glad you don't have the belt right now, because if you did, Bobby's coming after you, and I like that. I like the idea of like
It's a small foreshadow.
I like that Bob is the threat here. Like, that's what the whole intention was that, oh, Bobby's here, he's the fucking pain bringer. Like, and I guess like
Right.
with MJF, he kind of felt like that maybe watered it down a little bit. Maybe he wasn't the star of the group.
I don't know, man. I don't. Egos need to be checked because that could have been like what they had on their hands could have been a really good ass storyline to where you could have made MJF a face again, like a natural face, or like just as natural as when they did the Better Than You, baby. Like we could have brought him back after like all like I don't know. Again, like they had the blueprint. They could have if they wanted to, they could have low key just copied the fucking Sammy Bloodline story. Like they could have done a lot of things. They could have, would have, should have. They could have done a lot of things. I just think I think it's anticlimactic. Maybe there was egos
Very.
involved, uh, but the thing that doesn't like Bobby and Shelton are in the tag team division, so and he never tried to go after the Death Riders at all. So like to me, it doesn't make much sense that he would say Bobby is going to come after you. Besides the fact that obviously there's animosity, but like it was so rushed, it was so forced. I feel like we missed 3 filler episodes, and now we're at the like.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what is going on? Like
Yep.
sometimes you got to watch a filler episode. Sometimes you need to see the character fucking development, And I just feel like we missed all that.
But then again, that wasn't the natural selection that Hurt wanted to be a part of the group. MJF wanted to be a part of the group. They didn't choose MJF willingly. He had to do the most. The whole purpose of Hurt coming in was like they were finding people to add to the group. Maybe it just wasn't a good fit. Maybe they want to add, an Amanada or a Mercedes or whoever to the group to where that makes more sense. Maybe MJF just doesn't make sense, and we won't know until later down the road. But we'll see. But getting into MJF, he opens the show with him and Hangman. Uh, Moral of this promo here is that he's trying to goad Hangman into having a championship match without using his contract here. Um, that does not work. Hangman hits the ego. MJF falls for the bait and very erratically says he'll use his contract on him at Forbidden Door. Also, side note, maybe slightly also anticlimactic of like the contracts. We just got
Yeah,
them. They're both being cashed in same PL or pay-per-view in the same fashion too, where
it,
they tell you that they're going to do it.
and they're both heels. And the thing is, if they both lose, this contract is starting off 0-3. because Christian was the first one. He lost. MJF is probably going to lose. And then, I do not see Athena beating Timeless. So you going to start the briefcase? I'm going to just call it a briefcase. You going to start the briefcase 0-3? You going to start at 0-3? What is it? Like, that's worse. That's worse. Like, Shaq made more free throws his entire career better than the percentage of the 0-3. If it goes 0-3, like, that's just wild to me. I liked the idea of him getting a match without using the contract, because if he would have lost, and let's say he still had the Hurt with him, let's say he loses clean against Hangman, Hurt comes out, they help him, they beat him up because the match is over, then he cashes in, then he could win the title. Like, that would have been a really scumbag ass thing to do. That would have been cool as shit to me. And also, I think the way Hangman goaded MJF into it, it makes MJF look fucking stupid. And usually heels, especially a smart heel, is scumbag like MJF, like making him look stupid and just like, it reminds me of what happened in Dragon Ball Z when Cell was talking to Vegeta, and he's like, "Hey man, if you just let me absorb this android, I'll give you the real work you want." And that damn Saiyan pride, he's like, "Go ahead, go ahead, absorb it, so I can really beat your ass." And then what happened to him? He got smoked. Like, it's like, torch, bro. You can't. How you going? But the difference is that Cell was the heel in this situation. So like, you gonna let this baby face goad you into using your guaranteed shot that you could cash it at any moment, anytime. I don't know. I didn't like it.
This. I'm just add some more information to this. So I looked up the Casino Gauntlet winners, right? Because it's one of those things that he does on multiple like shows. It's not just a singular event. So there's been a lot of Casino Gauntlet winners. Out of this list, 1, 2, 3, only 4 people have successfully won. Okay. Tony Cassidy? Storm, and that's that. No, okay. Tony Storm, when she got the championship from Mariah May, was a Casino Gauntlet cash in.
Oh, okay.
Ospreay for the international was a Casino Gauntlet cash in. MJF did Mox, he beat Mox at Full Gear for the AEW World Championship. That was a Casino Gauntlet.
Oh, okay. Shit. Man. Memory like a goldfish.
Yeah, no. There's only 4. It's Hangman, MJF, Will Ospreay, Tony Storm. Everybody else, it don't hit. It don't hit at all. I'm telling you right now. So somebody about to lose, or they're about to like pull a crazy fucking swap of the belts on MJF and Hangman, or Tony finally loses, which I'm okay with too. I love Athena, but Athena also has the ROH belt. Unless she's going to be 2-belt Athena, I don't know if that's going to happen.
I mean this as respectfully as possible, because I like Athena too. Dare I say love, in-ring wise. The more she talks on the mic, the more I kind of understand why she wasn't on Dynamite for 5 years.
This nigga is so fucking wild, bro.
Bro, did you see what she said on Collision? I mean it respectfully, man. I really do.
This nigga's nuts. His whole thing, people. His whole thing is like, where's this? You got Athena in the goddamn Shadow Realm, and
exactly where this bitch at?
Lo and behold, he's like, oh shit. Baby, you was in the right spot.
Man, I'm just saying, she ain't got to talk. She ain't got to talk, bro. Billy, we was talking about female managers. She ain't got to talk, bro. Just wrestle.
Comedy, bro. Just wrestle. That's fucking nuts, yo. Okay. And when you say it like that, in the aspect of like, TV and talking and promos, like nobody really can out promo Tony right now. Like, Tony says what she wants, how she wants, delivers how she wants, and it just works. Tony needs I
don't think she can't be out promoed. It's just that there's not a lot of good promos in AEW. Like, and one of the best women promos is Britt, and we haven't seen her since she said I don't care. So like, but then the in ring ain't fully there. With the dentist. Obviously, Athena is one of the best women talent and just talent in general. Like Athena in ring is absolutely amazing. I meant it.
Nuts.
I meant no disrespect. It was a joke, but also at the same time, to me, a lot of her mic work is kind of cringe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's cringe to me. Like it makes me shiver sometimes. Like why are you yelling on the mic? Like why are you yelling at me like that?
And I think a lot of that works in ROH, but when you see it on like the TV and like on cable live, it's like, this ain't the place for that riffraff. What? No.
It works on ROH because nobody's watching it.
Because they know they worry about promos on ROH. Right. You just saying shit.
You can just say whatever the fuck you want.
Say whatever the fuck you want.
But yeah, I don't think she's gonna beat Tony. I don't think she's gonna beat Tony. I don't. And the MJF thing is like, if Hangman is literally just if he was, what did they call him again? If you consider Hangman transitional, then we gotta like really. We gotta talk about this roster and like how we use it, like because Hangman it shouldn't be a transitional.
You don't blow that moment for this.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm worried. Like honestly, I hope they retcon this because like soon as MJF said it, like you could tell he had the oh shit. It was like, what the hell did I just say?
Yeah,
I low key hope they retcon this. Like, and he's just like, you know what? I was bugging. I don't even want this match. Like I like do a John Cena. Be like, hey, my bad. just hit him with the my bad. What was I talking about? I don't even remember. I need them to retcon it because like it's weird, and I didn't even notice it until you said it. But yeah, the fact that both heels are be like, I'm gonna use like, and it's like you don't gotta copy the formula for how the E does it. You don't, and honestly, you shouldn't copy, quote unquote. You shouldn't copy the homework, I guess. But let's call a spade a spade. Like the reason why heels having the briefcase is more entertaining is because they're going to do it dastardly. They're going to do it. They're going to deceive you. It's going to come out of nowhere. Like that's what makes it entertaining. And then when faces win, they're the ones that usually say, "Yo, I'm going to challenge for this." Like Big E's like one of the only baby faces I remember that.
I hated when he did that though.
And the thing is, like, he said I was going to do it. He said I'm going to do it tonight, just so you know. And then he did it. But to me, that's still better than be like, all right, I'm going to cash this in on April 26th at this show, and I'm going to meet you there. Like, and having both heels do it.
Element.
And just have like and having both of them do it at the same show, same year. We're
flushing early. We're flushing both really early.
Right.
Yeah, so we'll see Forbidden Door, MJF, Hangman. We'll see what happens there. Mox has the first matchup in Cincinnati, hometown. Has a nice match with Kevin Knight. I actually enjoy Kevin Knight a lot. I think
Kevin Knight. He's a star, man.
That boy got it. But this sets up more Death Rider shenanigans. I do like Darby putting niggas in body bags.
Okay, first of all, he's putting a bunch of nerds in body. He's putting Willa Yuta in a body bag. All right,
and it's working.
That's not a hard feat. No, I mean it's fine because it's Willa Yuta.
And the way Wheeler's selling it is great. He pop out the body bag like gasping for air and shit. Like, oh my god! The first time he had a fucking sign on his head that said "Forbidden Door." So I'm enjoying Wheeler in the body bags,
bro. Just nerding him out, treating him like a nerd.
Yeah, he's getting packed up by Darby is crazy. But this sets up.
This was very convoluted.
There was a lot going on.
This whole thing was very convoluted. If you can break it down, because I can break it down, but no, I want you to break it down.
Mox is running from Darby. So Darby's coming after him. That's the whole premise of their beef right there. Darby, however, is putting Wheeler in a body bag to get to Mox. All his messages is to Mox via Darby or Yuta in a body bag. Claudio ends up coming out the same match, puts Darby in body bag, swings this motherfucker on his neck, tosses him to the ground.
That was a fun spot. I was sports entertained by that. Very dangerous.
And he did with no hands. Pause. Whoa, that sounds crazy.
Look, no hands.
No.
I don't dance. I with Roscoe. I with Flocka. I think I deserve a chance.
The return of Ospreay after Ospreay says he's had neck damage and back damage. He immediately.
All right, no. Now we're timing out.
Go ahead.
Because, nigga, what are we talking about, bro? 2 weeks ago, he says he has two herniated. Oh, I can't even say this word right now.
Herniated, yeah.
Thank you. Whew, it's not a good night for your boy. He had two say it again.
Herniated
disc, and he's gonna try to be back for Forbidden Door. But I don't know, bro. Blah blah blah. And that came out on the week that I wasn't there, and I think you guys already recorded, so we didn't really even talk about it that much. So we know say the word again.
Herniated
disc. We know how important like that is and how serious that can be for the human body, especially if you work in a profession such as wrestling, right? So in normal people's eyes, we're like, all right, he's saying he might be back in 3 weeks, but we know that's not like a really 3 week off type of injury, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not expecting to see him. He comes out, he saves Darby Allin, and then he literally does what he did when him and Swerve just recently teamed up. He sets this tag match. Darby wants a 1v1. This random guy saves me. We never teamed up before. He saves me, and he's like, you know what, bro? I got an idea. Why don't you get some of your friends? I'll get some of my friends, and we'll have a lights out cage match. Let's go, AOT, bro. Yeah. And I'm like, you want a cage match? You're not even supposed to be here. Like,
not only that, how you gonna rope me into a cage match I don't even want to be in? I want to box this nigga one-on-one.
I want a cage match. It's very similar to what he did with Swerve with the Young Bucks. He's like, yo, let's just team. And it's also very similar to what Punk did with LA Knight, where he's like, all right, let's have a tag match. LA's like, you don't speak for me. Let's have a tag match. And it's like, why are you speaking for me? I just got out of a body bag. I'm trying to kill this dude. I said do I really need your help? I set people on fire before. I hit somebody with a bus before. You're going to just rope me into a cage match? A cage match that you probably shouldn't really be in.
No, not with the herniated. If we were going off injury, kayfabe was,
and that's if it's real, right? So this brings me back to the Karrion Kross conversation that we had. Was this a work? Because if this was a work, yes. So then what's the point of working us for 2 weeks? Like, what do we get? What do you get out of it? Because the O2 thing that's essentially a home game for him. So right. whether he was announced to be at Forbidden Door 2 weeks ago versus him saying that he's going to be at Forbidden Door this week, the same amount of tickets more than likely would have sold because again, it's a home match for Ospreay. So what was the purpose of the work? Like why?
He's been on the poster for Forbidden Door for like 6 months now. Like,
of course,
and now he's been there. We knew that he was going to be there. Yeah. But it was like, I don't know. Like, if you just wanted a break, just take the break. We don't need the promo for you to be like, oh, I'm injured. Like, just take the 2 week break.
Yeah, cool. You had a whole promo saying you got fucked up disc.
This was also touched on in the same episode too, because Renee asked him, like, hey, like, you said you had herniated disc and how are you doing? And he like, pauses off, like, he doesn't ask her, he doesn't tell her directly, but then the next question or next phrase he says is that, tell your husband I want to see him. And I'm like, well, you want to see Mox next week and you fucked up right now? That's the last person you want to see.
And also, again, like, when we like, I don't want to delve into it. I don't want to go on a tangent. Okay. But last thing, where it's like similar to what we were talking about, Sammy, like switching shows. How many times on this show have we talked about like you say you're this company, man? You say you're all AEW. Why aren't you going after the Death Riders? Why aren't you going after? You wait until Moxley doesn't have the fucking title to finally go after Moxley. What sense does that make?
Yeah. DDPs were a bigger threat than Death Riders. In his world.
And then another thing that upsets me is that it's so essentially because there's multiple people in this match. It's essentially it's going to be some of the Death Riders versus Will Darby. He says he's going to call some people. Fast forward, you get was it Tanahashi? We get a couple new I think we're getting the Golden Lovers. So Kenny's going to come back, right? So that's where we get our New Japan and infusion in. And then on the Death Rider side, he talks to the Young Bucks reluctantly. Gabe Kidd is going to show up, which that's very confusing as well because Gabe Kidd said he was injured and he dropped out of the G1, which people were upset about, just for him to go to Forbidden Door like a couple weeks later. That should be talked about, not on this episode, maybe next week. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, you're right.
But I don't. So when we were talking about like, is this a work or is this not a work? When it comes to Karrion Kross, as far as Ospreay goes, I don't think this is a work because again, what would be the purpose of this work? Why take, like you said, why take two? Like you can take 2 weeks. You're Ospreay. You can take 2 weeks off.
Mm-hmm.
You took a week off when Assassin's Creed came out. Let's keep it a buck. He wanted to play Assassin's Creed. He took a week off because of Assassin's Creed. Like, let's just keep it a buck.
Calling Will Ospreay the Kyler Murray of like the wrestling world is funny. That's hilarious.
He literally took a week off to play Assassin's Creed.
So, okay, let me. When it comes to Ospreay and like the work aspect, I think because they've already used the stretcher angle so many times, as far as like to write people off, you had to figure out some other way to do it, which is the injury angle, which for him to come out and say, "Hey, I can't do this." Although I don't like those angles because it makes, for me, the Adam Cole one seem disingenuous, right? He comes out, he's really hurt. He's really not wrestling. So when you come out and do it 2 weeks later, you're leaning and using that same emotional like currency that people have for Adam Cole. Like, we can't do that, right? Granted, it's a work, and you shouldn't take wrestling seriously at all. And we all know wrestlers are some of the greatest fucking liars in the world. Just there was a different way we could have did this. I don't know. I wouldn't have done the injury angle of like, oh, I got 2 herniated discs, and then announce you're in a steel cage match. Unless he's going to get in his lights out match, because it is lights out, and get just destroyed.
It's lights out, and apparently the cage is going to be bigger than usual because, again, it's
5 people.
It's essentially this should be a blood and guts match, but I don't think the O2 arena can accommodate a blood and guts match, so it's going to just be a bigger regular cage than usual. At least that's what I've seen people, the hypothesis.
They want a Hell in a Cell type. They want like cage with some ring like work around. That way you can do spots and shit like that.
Yeah, which is fine. It's just I don't see the purpose of working us for 2 weeks.
I don't see the purpose of a lights out match. What about this stipulates a lights out match? Mox and Darby maybe, but I wouldn't do it. Lights out for me is like, oh, we're trying to we're going to end the shit. This is me, you. We're gonna wrap this shit the fuck up. You don't just use them just like because, I don't think there's any feud right now that calls for a lights out match in AEW.
Not unless we were getting Hangman and Swerve again. Which also, if Ospreay, you're working a cage match again, a lights out cage match with a say the word,
herniated
disc. And on the same show, we have a storyline where Swerve knee hurts. This nigga's fucking. He's about to work a cage match with 2 discs, and I'm supposed to feel bad because your knee hurt. Like we got it goes into the conversation about power levels when we talk about like weapons and shit. Like, like it goes into that kind of conversation. But anyway, I feel like we talked about.
Yeah, we talked about it. Lights out match, Golden Lovers, Tanahashi, Ospreay, and Darby versus Death Riders.
Well, not all the Death Riders. Willer isn't in the match. Gabe Kidd is essentially taking that spot, which is very. That's a whole other thing. If I'm Willer,
Japan.
Yeah, no, he's Death Rider Japan. He's Death Rider light. He's he's like when Spider-Man joins the Avengers or some shit, or the homie in Wu-Tang who wasn't Wu-Tang but he was Wu-Tang affiliated.
Right.
Yeah. It's just again like you just.
And if I was Wheeler, I would feel some type of way too. Like I've been
No,
taking
I'm
these
feeling
bumps, and
some.
I'm not in these matches
I just got put in a body bag. You say I can't get my lick back?
twice.
Nah, bro.
Yeah. So yeah, we got a lights out cage match scheduled for Forbidden Door. We got a nice tag.
Okay,
team match.
wait, real quick, because I don't know this. Is Marina in this match?
No.
Okay, because I was going to say if she is, then who is the opposition? But if she's not, then
I don't. She will be a part of the match. It's lights out.
Oh, yeah.
There will be some Marina action.
Yeah,
And the opposition of Marina has been Willow, but they're doing something with her in stat. It's very interesting right now. I don't know just yet. It leads to like, do we get a Shayna pop? Do we get a Dakota? Does Dakota go to AEW? There hasn't been a return pop in a long time. I think that something's happening. If it's not Eddie Kingston, which I still think he's training and getting ready, it's going to happen with somebody pretty soon here.
yeah. I mean, yeah. Unless he's working us, it seems like he is still rehabbing. And
Yeah,
the last video thing I saw him put, like, he looks haggard. Like he looks like he hasn't shaved, and he looks tired, and he looks like he's rehabbing. So
yeah.
But
which is rehab. If anybody's went through a
you
rehab
can clean
process,
up. Yeah, it only takes a second to clean up like real nice. You just need a quick lineup. You know what I'm saying? In the shower.
Shit. We get like a 6 woman tag match. I think 6. Yeah, it was Windsor, Amanada, Willow versus Mercedes and Spooky Girls. This just sets up more feud for Tony and Athena and Windsor and Mercedes, which Mercedes is in a 4-way match right now. I think it's her, Windsor, Persephone from CMLO, and they haven't announced the Stardom woman talent yet. And of course, it's Athena and Tony. Also, Tekla has been growing on me. I like her. I like her a lot. She's cool.
She's cool. It's just hard for me to respect her when you sign, like, you beat up your boss, you go to a new company, and you just get dogged out by
she have some
Queen
dope
Amina.
matches though. They're good matches.
The match. I'm saying it's fine, but she be getting her ass whooped. It's kind of
brutal, hardcore matches.
You're supposed to be the new kid on the block, but you getting your ass beat.
Getting fucked up.
Like,
got fucked up so bad. I'm gonna join a gang. Cause fuck this shit.
Yeah, he's like, let me find some friends real quick,
I'll
please.
Find some help. I can't be doing this shit. You see them headbutts? Fuck that. Yeah, we talked about the announcement of Tanahashi. We get Copeland and Stoke, which happened exactly how I wanted to happen. This was not supposed to be no match. This wasn't supposed to be no graps. This is what I wanted when you talk about a superstar versus somebody who's not. Very entertaining engagement, laugh spots, crowd spots. I'm cool with that.
Kind of wild though, where Edge is like, "Is there any hoes in here?"
And
it's like, or no, he was like, he asked like, "Would you go out with Stokely?" She's like, "Me?" No, I was like,
"No." Is there any hoes in here? And then like the crowd reacted. It's like, oh,
yeah, Cincinnati ain't got no fine shit. Yeah, y'all ain't got no fine shit.
Is there any hoes in here who date Stokely? Me? How could you know? What do you have to say about Stokely? He's bald. He gets no hoes. They need to put that on a shirt. I don't know how you can get away with that, but he needs to put that on the shirt.
But if you could put a woman with a
black eye
on a shirt, man,
you can do that. Yeah, for sure. We can figure out some blurred words here. Match ends in DQ because FTR is here. FTR attacks, and then we get Nick Wayne, who also attacks. But this is also return of Christian, which is leading to the Cope and Christian tag team. Looks like their match is against Nick Wayne and forgot buddy's name.
Kip Saban. All right, let's not get into a tangent. But when we were talking about MJF in the Hurt Syndicate, and I'm like, this is very anticlimactic. I feel the exact same way about this Cope in this CNC reunion. Like
it's slightly rushed.
Slightly, bruh. It has been 3 weeks. Like so,
slightly. Just because where are they going next pay per view? Do you like next pay per views in Toronto? Like
right?
that's what they're doing here. He's going home to Toronto. You wanted to put the Canadian.
That's in September, right?
Yeah.
So then we have time.
We need a match for y'all to get warm. We need to see what the on-screen chemistry look like.
The reunion should have been at the Forbidden Door show. I would have gave them that, because then that's at least another week. Because literally,
what Edge, do you mean by reunion? Like, you mean like the reunion match, or like this spot in particular?
This spot,
okay,
because it came off so. It wasn't genuine. It came off. I don't even say generic. Again, this we're in mid-August. All this stuff happened late July. Cope comes back, saves Christian. He says, "Go find yourself." Christian gets attacked for 2 weeks, and then on this week they hug. Like there was no other backstage segments. There was no
right. Why
did Christian actually find himself? Because he didn't find No, it was just it was just like, all right, let's hug now, and now we're gonna be a team, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense. And they're both vets, and they know this. Like Edge is a damn actor. Like you know storytelling to a degree. Like I don't know. Again, it's upsetting.
Vets. They both have been in long-term booking before and storytelling before. This just seems like not enough time, and almost even rushing for the Toronto show, which I get, but also we could have pushed this out a little bit further. They don't have to be on the Toronto show. We've done y'all gonna go to Canada again at some point, but also rushing the timetable of Cope talking about this is last year he's gonna be ending it soon. I get it. Right. You want to give this run of like Cope and Christian, which will probably do a match with Hurt Syndicate, because those are two talent that Bobby and Sheldon respect entirely.
And we're going to get a match with the Bucks, and we're going to get a match with FTR.
Exactly.
So we're guaranteed here. Yeah, we're guaranteed at least 3 to 4 matches with them as a team, and that's including if they don't beat up some jobbers or something.
Exactly.
So so my thing is, if that's the case, Cope should have came back a little sooner then. But then the turn would have had to have happened a little sooner, which is also fine.
Wouldn't have made any sense either. Both situations don't make any sense.
They should. I don't know. They should have waited another week. It is what it is. But I'll get off my soapbox. We gotta end the show. But it just felt rushed. Very anticlimactic. Like they had the opportunity to do what KO and Sammy did a couple years ago. Like KO didn't instantly forgive Sammy. It took literally 3 to 4 weeks of Sammy getting his ass whooped. They didn't even talk.
And mind you, we're also supposed to focus on this FTR beef, right? But it's still Nick Wayne and Kip Sabian. We haven't dealt with them, and it's kind of like I feel like it's a disservice to them. We fucked up Christian. We should be the one still terrorizing him, and then Cope comes out and whatnot. We don't
Christian
even know
and Nick Wayne should have got a 1v1 first.
Yeah, something.
Forbidden Door could have been their 1v1. He gets jumped, then Edge helps again. Then
now
we're
set up for Toronto. You see what I'm saying?
Just one more week. Okay,
cool. We're on the same page.
All right, I just want to make sure I wasn't bugging. I'm just like, bro, what is between this and the Hurt thing? I was like, what is TK, bro? There was Russian.
Man, there was a 4-way tag match, and I'm only speaking on this because I love what the Bucks are doing right now. I love the jobber gimmick. This is entertaining to me. I love the pyro, the no pyro. I love the fact that when that same show, Mox goes to find them and they're with the jobbers. I was like, why are they showing this view of this dude doing the fucking arm work? Like, who the fuck is here? And then you look behind the doors, it's the Bucks. I enjoy that. I like the idea that they're doing it so well that they cut the t-shirt price in half. They sell the t-shirt for $20 now. There's things that I do get. That I enjoy it. I see what they're doing. This may seem like a trail way for the Bucks to get back on being baby faces. It's kind of how Max and his whole "Let's go, Max! You're the best wrestler alive." People are starting to chant it. It's a thing, So
I think it's going to take a little while for that, especially if they end up fighting Edge and Christian.
It's going to be a minute for sure. But this is their pathway for them, unless they do something crazy. But the path of money for the Bucks, the path of glory for them and getting back to that spot is going to be a very entertaining like way because they don't need to win matches. They just want to have fucking fun and shit. And I knew that when they lost to Brody and Bandito. At first, I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be Hurt and Bucks," but they lost, and I was like, "Oh shit, we're gonna get somebody new."
Yeah, no, Bucks ain't trying to get squashed. They EVPs. Like,
I mean, they
ain't squash Udi.
they're not getting squashed, but they definitely took an L, which is far more than what I thought was gonna happen. And the main event was one of those ones where I did not understand the placement of this match. Show shouldn't have ended with this match. This is one of the ones where like you had mentioned before, like they're ending with like the Japan stuff. This also was the return of Joe. Joe was put on the stretcher. Joe comes back, and there's no like, oh God, Joe's back. It's like he's just here with the ops again. Yeah, nothing burger for me. No, there's no emotional payoff for anything, with the exception of like MJF and Hangman. Those are the only two where like you're getting emotions and story and shit like that. So that's all I got for AEW. I have nothing else besides that. There was a Hook vignette or Batman logo that he got, which I thought also
he resigned. He resigned.
Yeah, he did resign. So we'll see what is in store for Hook. But yeah, that's about it. I got nothing. You got anything else in the wrestling world you want to get off your chest?
Nope. No, I'm good.
No, I don't think I do any either. So with that being said, people, we're going to get out of here. We'll catch you guys in the next one. It's been real. Peace out.
Too sweet.
Oh, believe in the wave.